All right. All right. Welcome to the Straight Red Card. We're going to try to make this a fairly time efficient since I think we just spent almost an hour on the last segment. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing it with your grandma, rubbing it on your armpits and your butt. Listen, we won 4-1. So you think, well, these player ratings are going to be fucking awesome, right? Well, some of them are.
Some of them are. Some of them are.
That's correct. So this will probably go by pretty quick. And meanwhile, we'll tell you if some of the players we're talking about either raised their stock or lowered their stock. So let's start with Turner, Brett. Turner, I just gave him a fucking A. I mean, what are you going to give him?
I gave him a B.
Why?
He had a lot of suspect distribution issues. Couple of them that he just booted straight out of bounds. It was just he still made the nice save. He was still a presence in the box. B is not a bad grade. I don't think it was an A presence.
All right, okay. Let's get down to the grading chart again because I'm getting sick of dealing with this with people. So an A is played up to ability or more, optimum. That's an A. B, be better next time. Less than optimum. C, could be much better. Could be C, be much better. Disappointing. D, dumbass. You played like a dumbass. F, you totally fucked up. You played like fucking shit. An F. All right, so we got that clear? So when we give people B's, don't fucking freak out. We're not saying they had a great game. We're just saying they had a pretty good game. It's pretty good. Could have been better. Could have been better. All right. So A and B, that's a vast difference. I would only say that Turner at the time in the game, we could have been down 2-0. He made a life-saving, morale-saving, soul-saving search on the line. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I gave him an A. Gave him bonus for that. Bellow, I gave him a C. A C.
Yeah, I gave him a C plus. Mainly because of his ball watching ability.
What? Whose balls were he watching?
The goal scorer for Honduras. I thought his energy outside of that play, I thought his energy on the field was good, and I thought it was some of our best energetic moments in the first half stemmed from his side, which few and far between. For whatever reason, we always went to Adams' side. So.
Well, that's because that was the plan, Brett.
I know, but
that was I thought
Bellow still was decent, but he did ball watch on that goal and caused us a bit of stress.
You don't just look at balls. You either go for the balls or you leave the room and get away from the balls. Yeah. That's how that works. So
fondle, don't fondle,
Exactly. Acosta, I gave him a C.
We're all the fuck over, aren't we? Jesus. What's wrong with doing the defense first? Jeez.
Okay.
No. We've brought up Acosta already. You gave him his grade. What did you say was?
I gave him a C. I thought he fucked up a lot.
I gave him a C plus. I thought that he did fuck up a lot, especially in that first half. I thought he picked it up in the second half, especially with that nice outside shot.
God, even in the second half, he fucked up left and right. Sure. Seriously, he did.
Could be better.
I could have gave him a C minus easily, but didn't. I was being kind.
Quit being kind. We're getting called out on that.
I know. People are like, bust these guys' balls. All right.
He's drinking too much.
All right, I am all over the place. We'll go back to the defense.
Let's talk about Yedlin next, okay?
No. We'll move left to right. Miles Robinson. Actually, Miles Robinson ended up playing right center back. And what the fuck? You played Mckenzie at left center back? That seemed really weird to me.
Not really. I mean, Mckenzie played left center back for the Union. So, I mean, it's not a position he's not used to playing. And quite frankly, Robinson, I think, plays left. Does he play left back for Atlanta?
Right center back?
That's what I mean to say, yes.
Yes, he plays right center back.
Oh, he plays right Atlanta.
Okay. To my I mean, I might be wrong. I'm not an Atlanta fan, but the last time I watched an Atlanta game, which like 2 weeks ago, I thought he was playing right center back. So I might have missed it.
I'll say obviously that Robinson can absolutely play left back, and he proved that especially during the Gold Cup.
Left center back.
Yeah, sorry, left center back. Get off my balls, man.
God,
people know what I'm saying. People know what I'm saying.
Gotta get on someone's balls.
So Robinson can absolutely play left center back, but I mean, like I said, so can Mckenzie. Mckenzie played there for a couple of years at least at Union. I'm sure he plays right center back at Genk, but
yeah. You mean when he plays at Genk?
Sure.
Which is not very often recently.
Not recent. I mean, since preseason.
All right. What grade did you have for Miles then?
I gave him a B.
Yeah, I gave him a B. I think that you could blame a lot of people for that first goal. I think he was part of the problem, but I think he generally played less than optimum. And so I'm asking him to be better next time. B.
Yep, I think that he was great in the air. I thought he was quick in recovery. But those are the things we always talk about him. I mean, he's a physical presence, and he's smart and he's quick. He's able to catch up on like a lot of the goal kick corner kick counters that occurred. He was always one of the few people that was always back there pressuring, even despite the fact that he was in our 18 or their 18. But yeah, it's just.
Yeah,
there's just some things.
All right, so Brooks, I gave him a C.
That's a C minus.
C could be much better. Disappointing. Brett's just more disappointed than I am.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him a C minus. I gave him a C. So C could be much better, not just better, much better.
This guy's a standout in Bundesliga, and that performance in that first half was shoddy as shit.
I think the problem with Brooks right now is he's got a lot of gold up his ass, and he needs to stop being an assumed leader on this team. He should not be an assumed leader because he hasn't played like one for a game and a half. So
but he's got the most experience on this team.
Listen, I get it. I know. I love me Brooks. Yeah. I love Brooks in the Bundesliga. I watch Brooks in the Bundesliga. That's not the same guy that I see out playing for us in the last two games. That's not the same guy. The same guy that didn't cut off the angle versus Canada. The same guy tonight who made a move out to stop something, not all his fault, partially Berhalter's fault for, again, the formation that Brooks had to go do that, but then that caught us out. So, yeah, bad. Let's see. Mckenzie, I just gave him a B.
Yep. I mean, I gave him a B minus. I mean, it's splitting hairs when we talk about B or B minus at that point.
It's funny. We won this game 4-1 and like dudes are getting fucking the worst grades ever.
I mean, no, we talked about this. Certain players are getting great grades. Certain players are getting bad grades.
That's true. All right. Sands. I'll let you start that one.
Well, I gave Sands a C minus.
So did I. Okay, we got one to say.
He had an absolute garbage first half, and he woke up in the second half and did some things okay.
That's about it, though. It was okay. That's about it. Saints. I wish I could do an impersonation of that character. All right, so Sands not good. Yes,
it's easy. Okay,
Sands is bad for you. Okay, don't take Sands. All right, so Sands needs some. He was out of his league tonight, and it was okay. I get it. He was thrown in. Everyone was surprised he was there. He was surprised he was there, and he looked like and he played like it. All right, we're gonna move on to Adams.
So I gave Adams a B. I thought he had a pretty solid game. He's just not a right back.
Yeah, can't blame the whole first half on him. Wasn't his fault.
No.
He didn't want to play out there. I can guarantee you that. And I guarantee when they went in halftime, the whole team was like, "Fuck, this is fucked up." And then they all looked at Greg as he was coming out of the bathroom stall after he had changed his underwear, and they were like, "Oh God, I hope he makes some changes." And then he did, And then he
So,
did.
Do you
Good for you,
think,
Greg?
Do you think the Acosta Adams switch was a Berhalter decision, or do you think Acosta's like, dude, you want to go back in the middle? All right, cool.
No, I think that was a Greg switch.
I would hope so, but man, that was a
No,
dumb failed experiment.
you know what? Greg seems like a really nice guy, but deep down, he likes to, run things with somewhat of an iron fist, and he wants it to be his baby. And that's been pretty obvious since he took the job that it's his baby, and he wants all changes and decisions, especially about formation and where players play. That's on him, and that's why he had that argument with Adams in the first half on the sideline. They were both yelling at each other. Adam's like, what the fuck? I'm doing what you're asking me to do. Greg's like, you do this and do that.
Do it better.
Yeah, or whatever. Is that how Greg sounds?
Yeah, of course.
Do it better.
Do it better.
Come on, Tyler.
Hmm.
All right. So
Tyler play ball.
I already gave Adams a B as well. So we got 2 the same so far. Let's move up to the forwards. Or no, wait, we did.
No, that's forwards. Let's move forwards. We got subs last.
All right, Pulisic.
I gave. You want to go first? I'll go first.
B.
I give him a B plus.
Yeah, there were moments there that were good, but to me, be better next time. That was less than optimum from him.
He was our only creative force, but as we talked about in the previous segment, sometimes he tries a little too much on stuff and gets like dispossessed a lot.
And
so
that's what
he. But yeah, as a whole, I thought he was our best creative force while he was on the pitch.
Yeah, and that trying too hard led to a calf hernia. I'm just kidding. There's no such thing as a calf hernia. All right. Let's see. Peppy, A. I gave Peppy an A. Good stuff.
I mean, how could you not give him an A plus? I mean, seriously. I gave him an A plus. He got a goal, he got an assist, and I'm gonna go ahead and grant him the assist for Leget's goal because he made the shot that forced the save. And Leget scored on that. So I mean, he didn't do anything bad that I could tell. I mean, he had some nervy moments here and there, but as a whole, he had the play with Sargent where Sargent headed it back across and he did like a little side volley overhead thing. It wasn't too far off goal, but at least it was there and it was the attempt. But yeah, I gave him an A plus. I mean, almost as perfect as a game as you could have.
Oh, rubbish.
Nah.
A plus. Jesus Christ.
We have to give it some point.
It was he played really well the second half, but that goes for everybody. And that second half, that's the fart in the aisle at Kroger. That stunk up everybody who played in the first half. And then he just sort of wiped that green smoke off of him, that fart green stench. And he went forward and he played well. And yeah, so I give him an A, but an A plus is a little hard. But that's okay.
I don't think his first half was all that bad though. I can't recall a bad moment. I'm gonna look at my notes for him.
It was okay.
Let me see if I've got one bad mark for him. I don't recall a bad mark from him. Now I'm not saying I missed something, but
I just didn't think he was much help. But then again,
he didn't get a hat trick in the first half. I agree.
That's Berhalter's fault too. It's not all on Peppy, but I think an A is an outstanding grade.
No, I don't think that's a bad grade by any means.
And so when I said it, well, anyhow, it's not hard at all. I didn't mean that. That kind of hard. All right, so we're gonna move on to Sargent.
You almost forgot about him.
I hate doing this to him. I really hate doing this to him, but I gave him a C minus. He was a spaz. He was playing with a self-consciousness, a negative one. And he just couldn't get out of his own way half the time. There were opportunities that he decided, well, I'm not going to take that opportunity. Yes, you drive that ball into the box, dude. Anyhow, it was frustrating. It's not all on him. Again, formation sucked. We lobbed a lot of balls up to him. He had great energy, but I'm giving him a C minus.
I gave him a C minus as well, primarily because he just looked lost. He didn't seem comfortable in the position he was at, and that could be the fact that maybe he's just lacking the confidence right now.
Must be.
But as a whole, he was there, and he made some decent plays. Like I said, that header back to Peppy in the first half, whatever it was, 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, that almost resulted in a chance. I thought that was a really good play. I think the only thing different is if he was goal hungry, maybe he would have, instead of laying it back across the box to Peppy, maybe he would have tried to lay it over to the far post.
On the header.
Yeah.
I thought that was fine. I had no
Yeah,
problem
no.
with that.
I think that was the right play. In all honesty,
I do too. I do
So
too.
I'm just
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh no, I'm just saying though that it wasn't a good game for him, and I understand why he got subbed off because you needed somebody a different playing style and different energy level as a whole playing on that wide. And yeah,
No,
not his best game by any means.
No, he got subbed off because he sucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he got subbed off. And because Greg needed to verify to everybody else, he realized and noticed who didn't play well. And listen, this is really bad for Sargent. So I hope he figures this out. I hope he can play less self-consciously. I think he needs to just be himself. I think he needs, and we said this before, he needs a little Zidane in him. Just a little Zidane. Actually, you know what? He could just take a little Aaronson.
I thought it was a little bit of Ibra. I thought we talked about him having a little bit of Ibra. Just a little bit. Not a lot of Ibra. Just a little Ibra.
Zlatan. Who did I say?
Zidane.
Oh, yeah. No.
I'll take a Zidane. Sure, why not?
I meant Zlatan, but I'll take some Zidane too. Zidane would be okay too. He needs a little more self-belief. And that's the issue. He overthinks everything. And therefore he fucks everything up. That's an opportunity. And I hate saying that because that was a good header into the middle, but everything else he did, I mean, wasn't good. Just wasn't good. I mean, okay, I'm sure there were other things he did good. His energy was good, but
Derek, I think we've kicked him in the middle enough. Let's move on to subs.
All right. Aaronson, A+.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I give him an A. I think
You're giving Peppy an A+, but not Aaronson.
Well, I mean, Peppy had a goal, and my count would be 2 assists.
Aaronson had a goal and was very close to what should have been counted as 2 assists.
Sure. And I'm not saying anything wrong. I gave him an A.
Man, we have different ideas of who the player of the match was then, because Aaronson delivered energy out the butthole. Not your butthole, but someone else's butthole, a random person's butthole. And I just think that counts for something. And when he came on, he was just a motor machine. And then when we had the lead, he continued to be the motor, the engine. He was the guy doing all the hard work that Peppy would eventually, Peppy would eventually, reap the rewards of. So
such is the way as a striker. You benefit off of the hard work of the midfield and you score an assist. I mean, it is the way of the world, not necessarily our world, because our strikers generally fail to score goals. But Aaronson's A is still a goddamn good grade. So let's leave that as is.
All right, Anthony Robinson, A. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
again.
Absolutely.
Second goddamn game in a row. Hey, Greg, this guy can play left back. His confidence is through the roof because he's been playing well at Fulham. He's been a superstar there, and he's come over here and he's doing it now with us. Yes.
And if you look at this window, this has been interesting because first game you had Des start over him, and then the third game you had Bellow start over him. But he was consistently our best left back option. Why is he not the starting option? In my opinion,
God,
I don't know.
What is so amazing about this is the transformation from a few years ago or 2 years ago. The transformation in Anthony Robinson, his confidence level, his belief in himself, his ability. We're getting back to that again. I think Sargent should give him a call and say, how did you change that about yourself? Because this kid believes in himself. He is full of fucking piss and vinegar. I just love it. He wants nothing to go but forward, attack. And he wasn't lame on defense. He saved our ass on a counter when it was still 1-1 or 2-1 at one point. Mm-hmm. He was the guy that got sprinted back and saved us from a Honduras counter.
Okay, so, he killed it. That second half was his.
Dude,
like I said, the subs that got brought in made absolutely all the difference in the world.
Yes. So Greg's going to get credit for that. We'll get to Greg's grade in a second.
D plus instead of A minus or D minus.
You know what? We're going to give that. That show's going to be a whole nother show at this point. All right.
Course.
So we got Leggett. I gave him an A because he just came in and did his fucking job, dude. He came in, he played up to his ability. It was an optimal Leggett. It was a jet who didn't make any real stupid lazy passes or lay it off when we had an attack. No, this Leggett was all in. That's an A Leggett.
Yeah. Not only did he get a goal and an assist, but yes, his passes were not just constantly backwards. He pushed forward into the attack, and I think I think a lot of that stemmed from him playing a little further back. Actually, there were times where I saw Adams and Acosta further up the field than him, and that could just be from him having tracked back and then slowly getting back into the attack.
Yeah, it's their rotation. It's they have a rotation. So if two guys go up, one guy stays back. Sure. It's that, that triple thing they do.
But yeah, but even then, like I said, almost majority of his passes were forward thinking, and the ones that were backwards passing were to waste time, to continue with possession and just hold on to the win. And I thought he had a great performance today.
I only counted one back pass in the whole game that I thought that's the wrong pass. Other than that, spot perfect. Thank you, Leggett. We apologize for anything bad we've said about you, but we don't apologize.
It was definitely warranted. Just because a player has a good game doesn't. This is the Acosta issue. Just because Acosta came in and had good games doesn't mean that all of his previous bad games that we criticized were not warranted.
Brett, that's why I just said we don't apologize.
Yeah, I know. I'm explaining it for the peoples. The peoples.
We're not going to apologize. If he had a bad game, we would have said it, but he didn't. He had a good game. So, we don't have anything against the Leggett personally. I'm an LA Galaxy fan. I don't have anything personal against Leggett. I love Leggett. I bashed that stupid West Ham manager when he never got time while he was in England. Fuck that guy. Fuck him in the ass. I think it was big fuck. I forget it. Anyhow, Big Sam.
Sam. I was about to say if it was Sam. Yeah.
Fuck Big Sam in the ass for not ever giving that kid a chance to play. All right. And we got one more, and that's Yedlin. And then after this, we're gonna do
we have two more. You're forgetting about Rodon.
Oh, you're right. I am forgetting about Rodon because I often like to.
Let's talk about Yedlin. I gave him a B plus.
I gave him an A.
I thought he had a solid game. And he got the assist.
Yeah, I had him at a B plus. Then he got the assist and gave him an A. My question about Rodon was, and this is going to change my grade on Rodon. Was Rodon responsible for breaking up the ball that led to the third goal that ended up in Peppy's feet, and then Peppy crossed it to Aaronson for the goal? I think that was goal 3. Right? Was that goal 3?
Goal 3 was Aaronson's goal.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Aaronson finished across from Peppy. Was it not rolled on? I rewound it, and I could not see. And no one mentioned that tackle was the thing that released the ball to Peppy, who made the run, crossed it to Aaronson, who scored.
So, in all honesty, this could be the curse. This could be the curse of Rodon, that he does a lot of that type of work where he may break up a play that causes the dispossession, that causes it resulting in an assist or a goal or whatever. And most people just overlook it because they don't realize, or they're not paying attention to that in that context. So it's possible that he may have done that. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything otherwise.
Come on. If we don't know this is bad, because we got to know who did that, because that was the difference maker. That was the fucking difference maker. It was that tackle that got the ball to Peppy.
All right.
That led to the goal.
I can pull it up and take a look. Yeah, it's rolled on. It's rolled on. Rolled on, got
Okay.
it. All right, that changes my grade then.
Me too.
That's a
I'm
great
telling
pickup,
you,
man.
dude.
I feel bad for the guy, man.
That changed my grade totally for him. It went from a B minus to an to a B plus. I'm sorry. That was an awesome steal. That was an awesome steal, and I'm glad we went through the video footage to find it.
And I went from a C plus to a B.
So it went from a C. What did I say? B minus to a B plus for me.
Yeah,
Or did
we both went up 2, I think, is what you said.
Oh no, I went from a C plus to a B plus because that was vital. That was vital. It was vital. It was the vital move. It changed the whole character of the game. That ended the game. The game was over after that. So yeah, I rolled on up to a B plus, and you had him at a what?
I had him at a B. Now after realizing that it was him that made that vital play, you're right. I mean, he still bumped up 2 points, so he went from a C plus to a B for me.
I'm going to keep chunks of that conversation that we had that was going to be off air on there as we search for this, because I think it's funny that we had to go look because no one has mentioned that. No one mentioned it.
I think it's a fair point to bring up because again, there are times where we're always like, oh, Rodon had an average game, and don't be wrong, I think we're perfectly fine with how harsh we are on Rodon, and I'm not saying that we're harsh on him, but he's generally average, if not below average. But but then again, maybe we're missing these type of plays. I don't know, and I try to pay attention, but I can't pay attention to every single play.
Dude, it's hard to pay attention when we watched that replay together, it was really difficult to see.
It took like 3 or 4 times. No, he did this and he's down the ground. He gets up. He's the first person to come and celebrate with him, And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And he was on the right. And so I'm pretty sure that was rolled on. If it was somebody else, let us know, but pretty sure it was rolled on. And so if it wasn't rolled on, well, his grades go back down to what we said earlier. All right. That's probably enough for now. Thank you for subscribing, dude. We are shooting through the roof. Things are moving quickly. We appreciate that. We appreciate your support. We really appreciate the comments, and we really appreciate the fact that 99% of you have a great sense of humor, comment on our and they're great comments. And when we disagree with you, you're cool with it, and we have a good discussion. So keep doing that. Until the next time on the Straight Red Card, we're coming back with the Greg Review Show.